Hi, I'm Sophia Capuana, and I am a senior at Narden.
Hi, I'm Mira Post, and I am a junior at Narden Academy.
And this is the Narden Voice. We are a fully student-run podcast focused on amplifying the voices of our Narden community.
Whether you're an alumni, a present student, or just part of the Narden community, this is the place for you. Anna McCarthy graduated from Narden Academy in 2024, where she was co-president of Narden Pep Club and also on Narden's crew team. She is now a sophomore at Northeastern University studying marketing and communications. Anna continued her rowing career and is a coxswain on Northeastern's Division I women's team. Hello, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast this week.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
What's going on with you in your life right now? What's going on at school?
So we're starting midterms right now. I'm about halfway through my third semester. And this weekend we have a really exciting regatta called the Head of the Charles. It's one of the biggest races in the world. And my family's coming down to watch me race. And I'm really excited to race with all my friends.
That's so exciting. So you graduated Narden 2024. What would you say that Narden impacted you on your your days today, and how it just impacted you in general?
I would say the thing that stands out to me the most as the biggest impact would be my time on the rowing team, since it is why I ended up at Northeastern, and I'm very happy to be here. And I remember in my portrait of a graduate, I'll never forget doing my portrait of a graduate. I think it was so much bigger of a part of my experience than I thought it was going to be. And I talked about rowing as one of the aspects of my life during Narden, and I talked about how it really taught me honesty and just being in competition with the people around you, and just the respect and the love that it teaches you. And just the way the actions speak louder than words in so many ways. And that's such a lesson that my coaches here today emphasize. And it just taught me the value of the honesty in hard situations, and just the whole idea of just because you love something doesn't mean you're gonna like it every day. And I think that's something that has been useful, and I'm just happy I ended up here, and that's one of the biggest things that brought me here.
Yeah. That's definitely, Narden shapes us in a great way with that. Academically, what would you say Narden really prepared you for college life and life outside of just high school?
I would say the biggest skill that I came out of Narden with was being able to write. That's something that is really important. And I think in high school, I remember, I'm sure as you do, every single day we would be writing another essay, and it was but by the end, I remember towards the end of senior year, I could write an essay in 10 minutes. It became so quick and so easy for me, and it's something I definitely still use. And I would say that's a good skill to have in any aspect of any career you have. It's definitely makes things way easier to know that I have that skill to depend on.
How do you think Narden sets apart from other high schools, and just really again how it shaped you? What do you think it sets apart from, and how it makes it more unique?
I would say something really unique about Narden is simply the location. Being in high school in the city was so much fun. Being able to leave during our free periods with my friends senior year, it's something we still talk about all the time. I'm still friends with those girls, and we still will talk about how fun it was to just be able to leave and go to Starbucks, or be able to walk around and be in a fun area. And I mean, I'm kind of biased since I do live down the street from Narden, but that was also an awesome part of it. And I think that's something that not a lot of people get to experience, as being able to both grow up in the Elmwood Village, but also be able to bring my friends into that part of my life, because it's something I love so much, and it's not something that a lot of people are able to do.
Do you have any advice for any current Narden students as a now alum?
I would say, and I know everyone's gonna say this, but just do your work yourself, because trust me, I'm guilty of it. Like, yes, I'll ChatGPT my assignments sometimes, but like write the essays and do the homework yourself because when you're in high school, like I'm so glad I didn't have like AI and stuff in high school because just like it's there's skills that you need to have, like being able to write those essays yourself. And I also think I personally am not the most like creative person. That's something I've always struggled with. But going through doing those assignments and those essays and making all those connections myself, it was something that I was able to develop. And if you're depending on the internet for all of those things, like you're never going to be able to grow as a person on your own. And I know it seems like, oh, it's just schoolwork, but it seriously, if you just leave that part of your brain to not work, like you're not going to be able to build your own personality. You're not going to have those own skills. You're not going to be a dependable person to work with. And again, I definitely do it sometimes, but I am so glad I wasn't able to in high school.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is next for you professionally, personally, just moving forward with the crew team and with college?
So, as far as rowing, we have this race and we have one more race again in the fall. And I think the biggest thing this fall season for me was stepping into the shoes of the senior coxswains that graduated last year, and they were like so talented and amazing, and I can't believe I'm in the position that they were in last year. So the biggest thing for me is becoming more of a leader on the team and learning those skills and being able to be a positive leader and a light on the team, even if I don't feel like it that day. And as far as academically, one of the things that's unique about Northeastern is that we have a co-op program. So in next fall, I'll be working a job, which is crazy to think about. So next for me in the spring will be applying for jobs, interviewing, and kind of just searching on what I want to do because I did come into Northeastern undecided as a major. Like I knew I wanted to do something business related, but I really wasn't sure, and I'm still not totally sure. I'm in marketing now, but I like it. I don't know, but I have no idea what job I want, so I'm gonna have to unfortunately start doing some LinkedIn research and reaching out to some people in the springtime, which I'm a little bit nervous about because it definitely seems stressful.
How would you say Narden helped you with applying for colleges and just like the admissions portion of college?
I definitely think the recruitment process for sports is something that's very unique and still kind of new to um, guidance counselors at Northeastern and or not at Northeastern, but at Narden in general. But I think the actual process of helping me narrow things down. I remember Mrs. McDermott was my guidance counselor, and she is the best. I mean, again, also biased because Delia is one of my best friends, but she definitely helped me figure out just like what I was actually looking for because I think a lot of times, especially you're so young when you're applying to colleges and you see names of schools and you're like, oh, I want to go there, or you know, your friends are going to this place, or I think a lot of times you don't actually know what you're looking for. And I definitely didn't. And she kind of helped me narrow it down to like just literally the environment I wanted to be in. Like, do you want to be in a city? Do you not? Do you like college campuses? Do you not? A lot of those things she really helps with in that aspect of it. And then in the actual applying for college, I think that Norton definitely is very on you about like due dates, deadlines, get things done early. And I didn't realize that's something that not a lot of other schools have, especially boys' schools. Like they don't have like their counselors don't have them have their Common App done like or like they're still filling it out. Like and that's insane to me. And I'm just so glad that we were in such an environment that and that applies to all things that we actually did things early and we did them well and we had the guidance of somebody that we knew was successful in this area. And I think I was able to so easily complete all of those things and like actually know where to find them and what I was doing. And it was just so much easier to have that guidance and also under someone that I felt like saw me as a person and like a kid. Like she's
Yeah.
just our guidance counselors are and our teachers in general at Norton are so like motherly. And I think that
Mhm.
makes it so nice to have that comforting, just knowing that they're always rooting for you.
Yeah, definitely. And then for our last question, we ask everyone that we have on the podcast, what is your favorite spot in Buffalo to get chicken wings?
My favorite spot in Buffalo for chicken wings is 40 Thieves. And I stand by that wholeheartedly. I think they're the best. I love 40 Thieves as an environment. And also, again, it is right by my house, which is awesome. And I just think it's the best. So, I mean, Anchor Bar is, of course, a classic. However, dare I say, I do love a 40 Thieves wing. Like, it might be better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I was so excited when I was reached out to.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.